Good morning. In this video, I am going to explain you about hypergraph. Introduction. Actually, the hypergraph was introduced from mathematics. So let me start from mathematics. What is mathematics? It is a study of topics such as numbers, structure, space and change. It developed from counting, calculation, measurement and the systematic study of shapes and motion of physical objects. Counting is a basic operation in our life. So from that only the mathematics was developed. What is counting? Counting is the action of finding the number of elements of the finite set of objects. So we all know counting is a finding the number of elements. So the mathematics of countings we used to call it as combinatorics. What is combinatorics? It is a branch of mathematics concerning the study of finite or countable discrete structures. Countable discrete structures are combinatorics. And also it is one of the oldest and most accessible part of graph theory. Okay, then what is graph theory? It is a study of graphs which are mathematical structure used to model a pairwise relationship between objects. That is, you will be having two objects. In order to show the relationship between these two objects, we will be drawing an edge so that it represents the relationship between those two objects. So likewise, many number of objects will be there. All the objects will be connected to another one in a pairwise relationship. Okay, what is graphs? It is a representation of set of objects where some pair of objects are connected by links. As I already told you, this graphs has many objects, but every object will be connected to only one of the another object. So two objects will be connected to each other by a link. So this is called graph. So these graphs are generalized and it is called as hypergraph. This graph theory was introduced by a French mathematician called Burge. He only introduced this hypergraph in 1970s. Okay, then before looking at hypergraph, what do you mean by hyper? Hyper means something it's beyond, or we can say over, excessive or above, which is existing in more than three dimensions is hyper. Now come back to what is hypergraph. It means an edge can join more than two vertices or any number of vertices. Okay, that is hypergraph. Now we shall compare what is graph and what is hypergraph. Graph means there will be two nodes and one edges. Hypergraph means there will be edges and there will be arbitrary set of nodes. That is, in graph, an edge can have only two nodes, that is pair of nodes. In hypergraph, an edge can have any number of nodes. See graph. For example, graph will be having two nodes. This is x1 and this is node x2. These two nodes are connected by a line called edges. Okay, this is how the graph will be formed. If we have one more node x2, sorry x3, then it will be connected pairwise collection. x1 can be connected to x3 and x2 can be connected to x3. So that this will be edge 2 and this will be edge 3. Now hypergraph. So here you will be having x1 and this x2 and this x3. So this x1 and x2 can be connected together and we can form edge E1. And this x2 and x3 can be connected together or the whole set can be connected together and we can form edge E2. Edge E2. Suppose suppose we have x4 and one more edge can be formed by connecting all the three now. So x2, x3 and x4 can be formed an edge E3. So this is how a hypergraph should be constructed. Next is definition of hypergraph. There are so many definitions are available for hypergraph. The meaning is same but the definition differs. So first, in mathematics, a hypergraph is said as a generalization of graph in which edge can connect any number of vertices. Another one definition is hypergraph is a combination of finite sets. And one more definition is hypergraph is also called a set system or family of sets drawn from the universal set X. Now coming to hypergraph, this is the formal explanation or definition of the hypergraph. A hypergraph H is a pair H which has X as a vertices, E as a edges. X is denoted as vertices. Set of elements called nodes or vertices. E is a letter denoted to edges. Set of non-empty subsets of X called hyperedges. This E is a subset of P of X. P of X means power set. P represents the power. X is the set of elements. So power P of X is the power set of X. This is the formal definition of hypergraph. For your understanding, I have shown what is set. Set is denoted by S. S is a set which has three elements X, Y and Z. From this set, if you want to create a subset, the subset of S are each and every element and then the combination of all other elements including the empty set. So subset of S can be formed like this. First one is empty set and then individual X, Y and Z and then combination X, Y, Y, Z, Z, Y, sorry, Z, X, X, Y, Z. So if you want to denote a power set of S is everything included in the subset. Here there is no bracket. Individual items are subset of S. The power set is collection of all the subsets. That is why I have mentioned with the bracket. Next we shall see how to represent a hypergraph. Let me show you how to draw a hypergraph. Hypergraph is represented with a variable called H and hypergraph is a pair of vertices and edges denoted by capital X as for vertices and capital E for edges. X is a collection of vertices. So here we have 7 vertices. Capital E represents the edges or edge set, the collection of edges. Here we have 4 edges. Each edge is a subset of vertices which is represented by capital X. So each edge is a subset of vertices. So here E1 has V1, V2, V3 as 3 vertices as a subset. E2 has a subset which has 2 vertices V2 and V3. E3 subset is V3, V5 and V6 and E4 has only one vertex V4. First we shall place all the vertices. So first one is V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5, V6 and V7. So these are the vertices and edges we have. Now we have to draw the edges. So let me choose a circle. V1, V2, V3 collectively forms a E1 edge. So V1, V2, V3 collectively form a E1 edge. So E1. Okay, next is E2. E2 has V2 and V3 as a edge. V2 and V3 has one edge. So this is edge 2, and edge 3 is V3, V5 and V6. Okay, V3, V5 and V6. Okay, choose a green color. V3, V5 and before that let me move this V5 so that the diagram. So V3, V4, V4 is a separate edge. So edge E3 is this one. This one is E3. And this one is edge 4. E4. And one more vertices was there, that is isolated vertex that doesn't have any edges. Okay. So this is hypergraph for the 7 vertices and 4 edges. So this is how we have to draw any hypergraph for given vertices and edges. Hypergraph can be represented as an incidence matrix. What is this incidence matrix? It is a matrix that shows the relations between two classes of objects x and y. One row for each element of x and one column for each element of y. In mathematics, the incident matrix is represented as B of ij. If V of I and E of j are incident, then B of ij will be equal to 1. Otherwise, it is 0. Meaning is, if there is a connection between a vertices and edges, then the matrix cell of edges and vertices will be having 1. Otherwise, it is marked as 0. We have to form a matrix with a column as edges and rows as vertices. I have drawn a hypergraph. For this hypergraph, I'll show you how to create a incident matrix. See, check whether x1 and x2 is having edge incidence or not. Yes, it has edge incidence of e5. So x1 has incidence of e5, we can put 1, or else we can go with the edges. So edge even has x3, x4 and x5. So here you put x3 and x4 and x5. For edge E2 is here, x5 and x8, x5 and x8. For E3 is here, it has 3 vertices, x6, 7, 8. E3 is x6, 7 and 8. And E4 is this one which has x2, x3 and x7, 2, 3 and 7. So 2, 3 and 7. E5, edge 5 has x1 and x2. We already marked x1, so x2 is 1. And at E6 is only 7, so E7 we can mark 1. And edge 6, E6 it's 1. So that's all. We have 6 edges and 8 vertices. X1 to x8 is the vertices. E1 to E6 are the edges. So remaining we have to fill zeros. So this is how we have to write the incident matrix for any given hypergraph. Okay. In the next video, I shall show you how to rank the hypergraph, how a dual graph can be constructed, and others. Thank you.